Okay. Obviously, you look at the game. I thought there was a lot of good things, a lot of things we can clean up. It's a preseason game, really. That counts in the win-loss column, so they all count as one. I was happy with the way our guys finished the game. We talked at halftime just about going out and finishing, and we started fast with a 3-and-out and scored on offense. So that's kind of what you want to see out of that's really what should have happened. Now it doesn't always happen, right? But I was happy with the way our guys played. We'll go back and watch the videotape and see exactly the good and the bad. And there's always plays to be made somewhere that we missed. I thought special teams played at a high level. The return game, obviously that first touchdown, Des Reed, I think that's 2 years in a row. Maybe the first punt goes for a touchdown. But we had some other good ones too. Kenny Johnson got some work, which we wanted to get Kenny Johnson some really good work back there in case we want to give Des a blow and know that we can count on him. And I think Coach Bronowski did a great job with special teams game plan. So again, offensively, I thought maybe started a little bit slower than we'd like, but overall executed like we should. And made some plays. Made one bad decision throwing the ball. And had one turnover on offense, didn't get any on defense, but solid game. And then defensively, again, I don't know how many 3-and-outs, but a lot of 3-and-outs. Gave up one big explosive pass, which we can't do. We'll learn from it and get better. Questions?
Speak on that, slow start on offense. I guess, was there a moment or anything that happened that kind of got everything going?
Well, I think we had a slow start on defense too. I think just we gave up. First play was maybe an 8 to 10 yard run that popped out on us. We kind of thought it was going to be a bubble, and we jumped the bubble. But it was probably slow start on offense and defense. But that happens. I mean, like I said, it's the first time going out live. I think our guys settled down. I think they were jacked up in the locker room before the game. They were ready, maybe too ready. Just emotions sometimes go too high. You never get too high, never get too low. So I think again, really both sides. I don't think we started as fast as we'd like to, but at the end of the day, our guys made a lot of plays out there today.
Malachi Thomas had a touchdown today. We'll be seeing more of him in the future.
I'm sorry, say it again.
Malachi Thomas had a touchdown today. Will we be seeing him in the future?
Yeah, you'll see a lot of Malachi. He'll be out there a lot. I think he played a lot before that touchdown. It was a nice play. Don't like the finish. Didn't like the excessive celebration afterwards at all. We talked about it, and he said it'll never happen again. And I said, yeah, you bet it won't happen again. It causes us to kick off from the 20. Then they got the ball at the plus 50. You do that in an ACC game, we got big problems. So not happy with that. But Malachi dropped the ball. I mean, he had a nice the series before, and I told him to wipe it off, and I said, you're going to catch a touchdown pass. And I think the next series he catches a touchdown pass. So you'll see a lot of Justin Thompson, Justin Holmes. Obviously Jake was out there a lot, and Malachi you'll see a lot.
Eli said he had to shake off a little bit of rust during that first quarter. So I mean, did you see any of that rust leading up to today?
You see rust every day. I mean, nothing's perfect, right, Stephen? But I would say there's rust every single day. But when it's live, I mean, it's just totally different. I mean, he knows he's going to get hit. Like, it's live. It's a you'll see rust at everybody. Period.
How would you assess his performance overall today?
Who's that?
Eli.
I think Eli had he ran when he needed to run. He got some tough yards, which was good. I think he had a quarterback run, which is I think with power. He bowled through people for 8-10 yards, so it was a nice run. So I like what I saw out of him. I like what I saw out of Cole as well. Cole came in. I know we stopped in the red zone. We didn't get touchdowns, but came out on that third series and put it in the end zone. I thought Eli had a heck of a throw to Blue in the end zone. That corner route was a beautiful shot by him. And then we'll continue to get better.
You guys almost completely took away the run game from them. Just how pleased were you with the play, especially in the trenches with your defensive line?
Yeah, we'll look at the tape, but I wasn't happy with that first run, right? I mean, you start off and give up like 8 to 10 yard run's a big run for us. So I think they had 30 some yards rushing, which is good. They like to run the ball. I mean, that's their deal. They're going to run the RPOs. They hit us on an RPO. We didn't play great, but overall, happy with what we did in the run game.
Obviously, Des is a player, like you mentioned, didn't use him a lot in the scrimmages. You kind of knew what you had. I mean, first play of the season, he touches the ball. I mean, is that just what you expect out of him at this point?
Yeah, I mean, Dez is a football player. He gets his, the ball. I mean, we can put him back here for kickoff returns too. We just can't wear him out. We need him on offense, and we love him on punt returns. So he's special.
How does it feel to have your
Feels
whole
great.
team?
Sorry.
How does it feel to have your whole team come together, especially in the third quarter when they're settling in and playing as a team?
It feels great, obviously. I think Miss Kelly out there, Mason's mom was out there. I think it was special what we did for her and what she did for us. Our kids, talked about him pregame in the locker room. Maybe that was part of it. Our kids, it was emotional pregame just talking about Mason. And then it was emotional at the end and gave Kelly, the game ball as well. She was in the locker room, so it was special.
How do you think Joel's did today?
I liked, kind of what he did. I mean, you watch it again. We'll go back and watch the tape, but he had some good runs in there. He's made some people miss. Joel's is a good tailback. He's just going to continue to get better, with confidence in the game reps and all that. So it's a good 1-2 punch with Dez, and then he's a little thicker, tougher, tough guy in there. So we like what he brings us.
Yeah, you were able to get in a good chunk of the true freshmen out there. What were your impressions now that you've seen that play on Saturday?
We'll look at the tape, but it was good to see Bryce Yates at the end finish. Good to see him because I think he, there was a couple balls, late. Those guys came in, and they got to make plays, and we expect those plays to be made. That ball touches your hand, so I don't care if it's a little bit behind you. You got to make plays on the ball. But there were some plays missed out there. But overall, I don't know if TK got a catch or not, but they'll just continue to get better. They're young, they're babies, and it was good to see Bryce Yates get on the board. That'll help his confidence as we move forward.
Outside of the long touchdown run from Dez, do you feel like your team established enough of a steady ground game?
I think we established enough of what they're going to give up, right? Whether it's a run game, pass game, I don't care what it is. I mean, just put points on the board. But in that first series, would you like them to run a little bit better? Yeah, we'll see what they did, what we did. But they were playing a little to cover two and canceling the inside gaps, and then we just started. Then we got the ball on the edge.
What did you make of how Blue Hicks played today versus that touchdown?
Say it again now.
What did you make of how Blue Hicks played today versus that touchdown?
I like Blue. I mean, we didn't get any chances to just get the ball in his hands. Again, every defense is a little bit different, but we didn't get the ball in his hands to make some plays. And but I thought he played well. I don't know how many catches Blue had, but he had looks like 4 catches, 55 yards. But he had 2 touchdown passes. So Blue's a football player for us. We're excited about him, and he can make plays with his legs, on short passes, which we'll see later on, I hope.
What did you see from Trey, just his first day as a kicker with the lights on?
What do you think? He probably had a low one on that extra point that got blocked. But I thought he was outstanding. It was really good to get those field goals in at the end, to be honest with you, just to get him feeling it. But he's for a true freshman, I was very, very impressed.
Good.
All right. Have a great weekend.